Hey everyone, we are Machine Not Learning. Today we are going to present a brief introduction to our project, ESG Dynamic Credit System for Small and Micro Enterprises based on AI agents. Here is the overview of our presentation today. Now let's begin with introduction and background. The global SMEs finance gap remains a significant barrier to sustainable development, with many small and medium enterprises, SMEs, in developing regions unable to access affordable capital. There are several negative consequences. The first one is financial exclusion. Sustainable SMEs are forced to rely on high-interest informal loans. The second one is greenwashing and risk misjudgment. Without the ability to verify governance and social behaviors, lenders often misjudge risks, leading to capital allocation that does not truly support sustainable outcomes. So we can see there is an urgent necessity for a system that can translate fragmented, qualitative behavior into a structured ESG credit profile. Now let's move on to current solutions analysis. There are two major limitations of existing solutions. The first one is rigid weighting. Traditional ratings use fixed weights that do not adapt to certain policy changes or localized resource constraints. The second one is the quantification trap. Current tools struggle with non-intuitive data. They cannot interpret the quality of governance or community trust from unstructured text or social signals. We have used several fundamental theories to help us use innovation to help solve this problem. The first one is materiality theory. According to the Sustainability Accounting Standards Board, ESG factors are not equally important across all sectors. A dynamic weighting approach is scientifically necessary to prioritize the most impactful risks per industry. The second one is behavioral finance and governance. Research suggests that management transparency and employee welfare are leading indicators of long-term financial stability, yet these remain underqualified in current models. So now Elena will introduce to you how we use these two theories and innovation to help solve with this problem.
Next, let me introduce the operational logic of our dynamic ESG AI agent. The system operates with two main functionalities: horizontal comparison, which is used to compare multiple companies, and longitudinal prediction, which forecasts a company's future ESG score based on previous data. In the horizontal comparison part, the agent calculates score across the three ESG dimensions: environmental impact, social contributions, and governance practice, along with an overall ESG score. When calculating environmental impact, the system focuses on four key areas. Given that environmental data is relatively direct and quantitative, the system adopts a weighted aggregation approach for score computation. For social and governance scores, since the related data is usually text in human language like this, the system employs a hybrid approach, combining keyword identification and large language models to interpret content and generate scores, thereby overcoming the quantification trap. It's worth mentioning that for each of the E, S, and G dimensions, we chose to apply dynamic weighting based on industry and scenario, rather than using rigid weights. This makes the agent more personalized and adaptive. The longitudinal prediction process applies machine learning techniques to analyze ESG score features over time and uses the most appropriate models to forecast future ESG performance. So this is the overall structure of our agent. Currently, the code is still being developed, so the dataset is simulated. Moving forward, we aim to enable the agent to directly process complete annual reports and automatically extract relevant information for output. In the future, we also aim to extend beyond score computation by incorporating risk prediction as an additional evaluation criterion. Overall, we will continue to improve the code and refine the analytical methods based on data characteristics.
Now I will introduce the expected impact and future outlook. The proposed dynamic ESG AI agent is designed not only as a technical improvement to ESG scoring methodologies, but as a structural intervention in a sustainable finance ecosystem. For its benefits and outcomes, in the long term, the system enhances user autonomy by providing transparent ESG feedback and actionable insights rather than opaque scoring outcomes. We will keep refining the system's core algorithm and try to use different solutions. All in all, this proposal introduces a dynamic ESG AI agent that represents a significant innovation in ESG assessment for small and micro enterprises. Here a reference. Thanks for listening.